Hello and what's up, everyone? This is another live stream. I know I'm doing a lot of live streams uh about these guys from Germany. And I want to talk about them a little bit more because I actually got a response back today from Tracy Brown. Either he or she or they or whatever are the ones who responded back to me. Because that was the email that was given to me for the copyright strike as a content informant. So, we're going to go through and we're going to dissect all the emails, including the first one from the first strike. So, reiterate. First strike, back around September 8th. I emailed them September 9th, waited 24 hours, then filed a counterclaim on the 10th. I waited 24 hours for a response back to see what was going on. Why are you doing this? And Lo, don't go anywhere. You're going to laugh your ass off for what happened. I can't even make this shit up. And if you want to jump in, you're more than free to jump in, Lo. I can't remember what time it is over there. I sorry. But it's going to get good. But anyways, recap. They didn't respond back to me. They didn't send me anything. They didn't do anything. So I went through the response. I gave them my name, my address, my phone number, where I lived at, all that other good stuff. So go through and see, about getting this taken care of. It's like, okay, this is legit. They're going to send me a legal notice. If not, it's going to expire within 10 days. Well, 22 days pass. If you include, the weekends for the 10 plus business days. The strike gets uplifted Monday morning around 2 a.m. Not even 5 minutes later, the strike gets reinitiated on the trader channel. I didn't have enough time to even private the video. And the plan was to private it, get rid of it, and redo it to where, okay, maybe it's not as revealing and stuff like that, even though it's not. And we're going to have some showcases, too, of some other channels that did the same thing. We're also going to look at Comeso.
Yeah, a bunch of comeso.
God damn it. Alright, from this point on, Comeso, I'm going to refer to as copyright Nazis. So that's what I'm going to refer to them as, and you know what? Comes out, Tracy Brown, if you don't like that, sorry. Pick a better, easier sounding, pronouncing name.
It doesn't sound like you're a whore. I'm sorry, was that too soon?
Well,
honestly, I could not get that out of my head, Panina, so, yeah.
Anyways, the strike gets refiled. Now, here's the difference. The strike the first time was underneath YouTube-DMCA at comeso.org. That was the email of the first one. Got no response back. The second one was Tracy-B at comeso.org. So I responded to that one. YouTube rejected my second appeal process for this video because, oh, well, since they struck it again, it must be, I must be at fault, which is what I go through the emails, and it's totally BS. But okay, let's go through this step by step. So before we go forward, a little bit of history about Comeso. Let me go ahead and share my display with all you guys. So Comeso. Yeah, I probably need to go ahead and pop out the chat. Anyways, as online piracy is overwhelming worldwide problem of today's current industry, we offer worldwide leading technology solutions to tackle this problem on a global level. You look at this, it looks like it's a very, very professional company. And now they have all the banners up here of all the places that that they cover, that they go in. They even got Facebook, they even got Twitter, they even got Instagram, even though they don't post on them.
It's now, LinkedIn.
Or LinkedIn, whatever. Instagram, LinkedIn. They actually do have Instagram. Anyways, down the bottom we have this nice little projection here. It's like average removal rate 97.7684%. More than 30,000 protected series. More than 90 million removed illegal copies. Okay, I don't believe that number for a minute.
Yeah, that number is bullshit. That's got to be bull.
That
That's
is bullshit.
Nonsense.
90 million removed illegal copies. And the reason why I'm going to call it BS is because the simple fact of the interactions between me and this Tracy Brown person. Very, very, how can I say, professional. Very professional. Yeah,
Oh,
and
so
in the day.
professional.
Yeah, and in the end of the day. No lawsuits for the end user. None. They've not went to court. They've not done anything like this according to this whole deal. I am not inclined to believe this. Now, it gives you a summary and stuff like that. Now, here's something to know about this company. They are based out of Germany. I'm not making it up. They are based out of Germany. They do a bunch of stuff, ISPs, stuff like that, this and that. Very nice, very okay, whatever. Now, this is what gets interesting when you go to services. No, it's not service, it's public. Well, it is. Public activity. Our company is not only involved in several public projects to fight piracy, but also known as an expert in its field. So, let's read that again very slowly. Our company is not only involved in several public projects to fight piracy, but also known as an expert in its field. That kind of gives it away right there. We're gonna fight piracy, but we're also gonna do piracy. And if you click on any of these deals, let's see, DMCA.online, domain blacklist. You go into this one, yeah, it's a domain blacklist. You can see for copyright infringement. I'm not even gonna go through this because I'm not gonna give them any more of my information. Anyways, GetAnime.com, legal VOD services and overview. 21,081 fans said that they use legal services to watch anime. Listed below are legal video on-demand VODs, websites which offer anime content in your country. Check out the description and rates that best fit your needs and simply check on the link box to provide. Oh, they give you a subscription pricing and visits and stuff like that. And I guarantee that these are, well, let's click on one. Oh yeah, they go ahead and list out to the different things. There's that one. Get dramas, and then you have rights and FAQs and stuff like that. Regardless, it seems like kind of a counterintuitive thing to be a site that fights piracy, but also showcases places where you can actually watch shows. I actually think that's kind of a conflict of interest, just a little bit. Anyways, that's about all I'm gonna go over this. If you look at it, okay, it's a professional company. All right, fine. Let's get over to the good bits. So, we're gonna go to the first one. This is the first email I sent. You guys do not own this copyright. This is fair use and transformative. Pull the strike on my channel now. And I say that for good reasons. One, they don't own this copyright. They have no interest in this copyright whatsoever. They have no legal standing in it. And we will go through that later on, but it is KyoAni made it. Netflix is the stream rights holder. So if anything, it's going to be KyoAni and Netflix. It's gonna be one of those two. You can probably argue, yes, the author and the creator, stuff like that down, but it comes down to licensing. The licensing, it's gotta come down to the license holder that does this. So technically, Netflix and KyoAni hold the license. They are the ones that need to bring the suit. And technically, it'll be either KyoAni or Netflix out of America to bring the suit. Not some third party that's over in Germany. So that's why I kind of call BS this whole thing to begin with. Anyways, this is the first email. And notice the email addresses. Yes, I've got mine blotted out because I'm not going to give out my information. These guys are supposed to be a public company. So, you know what? Here's the email address. First email address they sent was youtube-dmca at .org. Anyways, no response. I sent that on the 8th. So I got the DMCA strike on the 8th. I sent the email on the 8th, and it wasn't until the 10th that I removed the strike. So I gave them 2 days to respond back, to figure out what's going on. Can you remove the strike? And even though I know these are copyright trolls, copyright Nazis, and stuff like that, I still, it's like, okay, I will negotiate, because simple fact, right now, they have my channel on hostage. They still do. Yes, that was the first one. Second one. Second one's right here. And what happened was the first copyright strike expired. And then, like I said, not even 5 minutes later, it got reinstated. But it was underneath a different email address this time. It was underneath this Tracy-B. So I refiled the claim. Why are you striking my videos? They don't show anything, and we are talking about the video. We are, it's a very simplified view of it. We are critiquing the video. We are reviewing the video. We are reacting to the video. It is not a marketable substitute. You can't even see anything. And we are going to give examples, too, of other sites that do the same thing. Other channels. Including one that Rose got on his channel, which is actually the original that got struck in the first place. For a little experiment. Anyways, they responded back to me. And it's like, I was kind of shocked they responded back to me. Anyways, I checked the video. You showed the full episode in the center of the video. You know what? Okay, let's go in technicality here. Let's ask the board. And like I said, I've always asked, it's okay, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, I can say, okay, these two are co-hosts. These two, and the reason why I don't say Jim Masters is because he's gonna get pizza right now. He's in here, but he's not here. I know these two do stuff with me. But I want to be very frank. I told these to be very critical of my responses and how I react to these people. Because if I go off the line, I want to know. And I'm pretty sure, Pinn's done a good enough job up till now keeping my ass in check on Twitter and shit like that. So I'm pretty sure she'll be more than glad to pipe up hey, maybe you shouldn't have done that. But also judging
there would be other times where I'd say, no, maybe you should do this.
Yeah. But, no, that response right there, what would you guys say to that one? I checked the video, you showed the full episode in the center of the video.
See, my reaction, and you know my reaction to that already, was that basically, like, yeah, you kind of do, but at the same time, it's so heavily obstructed that, I mean, like, I don't know how much you can actually say that you're showing the whole episode, and you're also muting it, so like you're not even using all the content.
Yeah,
like you have the subtitles up, but it's purely for being able to follow the video.
Yeah, with your own copy, or if you don't have your own copy, if you don't, and that's the thing. I'll make this disclaimer in every one of the videos. If you would just watch the video, Tracy B, which clearly you didn't, and make it fully known. It's like, yes, I'm using the entirety of the video, and people will argue, hey, you're using the entire length of the video. Well, Just because I'm using the full length of the video doesn't mean I'm using all the content of the video. The content of the video counts too. Has no sound. It's blotted out by a filter matrix, and it's also got the title over it. It's very dark, it's very obscure. It's not meant to be a marketable substitute. Copyright is meant to keep piracy and selling of illegal copies of a marketable substitute, something that's going to impact the market of said item. My videos do not fall within that. One of the first laws of copyright is transformative in a way of critiquing, commenting, giving my view, my take, and other people's views and takes of the show, how it's put together, the storyline of it, the characters, the development, everything within the video. It's only there for two reasons. So you can follow along with the copy that they own, that they have on their side, or if they've always seen the video, like I do on most reactionaries, I watch along and know exactly what they're at in the shows. Okay, during this bit, I wonder what they thought about this bit. And it doesn't matter. H3H3 versus Matt Haas is a legal standing case that can be used in this. In critiquing the video, we're commentating, we're reviewing it, we're giving our takes on it. We are giving criticism, even though we are also giving praise. Criticism can go with praise or degradation. It's hard to do with Violet Evergarden because it's a really, really good, well-built show. Anyways, that's the, that was their response. I responded back. So at this point in time, it's like, okay, I got a response. I might be able to talk to them. I might be able to, you know, maybe walk something out. Because usually people like this.
Oh, you sweet, sweet child.
Yeah.
you poor.
Yeah, sweet summer child.
You can't say you tried if you don't try.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, we know. We know. We know.
Yeah. Okay. Now, no. The message changed again. The email. Now it's Tracy Brown, which is Tracy at comos, comos.org.
I think it's like it's comeso or comeso. It's probably comeso because it stands for Copyright Media Solutions.
The bad at
I know.
copyright.
I'm throwing Sparky for a loop. I'm throwing Sparky for a loop.
No, the bad at copyright. I'm sorry. As you'll come to see. Anyways, I'll respond with, well, can you lift the strike and I'll take it down and rewalk it. I tried to make it to where you have to watch your own copy along with my vid. You put the strike back up before I had a chance to do anything about it. I think it's a really reasonable, fair response. And because, yes, before I could even come in to take the video back down, they reinitiated the strike back on the video. Now, note, by legal obligation, by DMCA and safe harbor provisions, they have to make a legal litigation against me in order to keep the DMCA in standing. That was back beginning of September 8th. The 10 days expired. 25 days later, the 10 days expired. Nothing yet. No response to them on an email. Nothing in my mailbox. Nothing. And then they reinitiated the copyright strike underneath a different email. Something seems fishy. Usually if it's a legit company, you will have one and only email. So far, they have done 3 email swaps within just one chain. And they, you know why they do that? For record, for documentation, for legal reasons. Who's to say I'm not talking to someone else? Anyways, we go back up. And they respond back. Now they're getting a little edgy, I would think. In my book. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting it. But that is unfortunately no longer possible. Well, how is it possible to begin with if you never responded to me? But that is unfortunately no longer possible. You swore under penalty of perjury that the episode was not shown in the video. When we rewatched the video, which you didn't, we could clearly see that the full episode of the video obstructed, muted, and not even being able to be watched. As such, we will now hand this case over to law enforcement, which, you know what? I should have figured it out right there. Law enforcement, no. We will not hand a case. You don't hand something like this over to law enforcement.
Yeah, you don't hand a copyright thing to law enforcement. You hand a copyright.
You hand it over to a fucking
lawyers.
Yeah, you hand it to a lawyer. It's not about law enforcement. It's about like domestic litigation.
Now that I'm stopping, I'm actually rereading this because this was all done while I was at work, trying to get stuff done on the phone, reading through it, and just trying to hurry up, trying to get a solution to this.
Also, it's not a criminal investigation. It is a civil suit. Criminal regards more like violent
law
stuff.
enforcement has nothing to do with this.
Two points.
Yeah. Law enforcement will never be involved with this. Now, a court of law will, which is not law enforcement. Big words trying to scare people. As you know, perjury is a serious crime. And it's not under penalty of perjury means I can get sued. If they were the copyright holder, which they're not.
I mean, is like perjury is like not even... That's like in criminal law.
Well,
alright, do you like perjure yourself in like other proceedings necessarily?
Well, don't time out. And they do say under perjure in the counter notification because I'm basically saying, hey, this video that got copyright struck is not their copyright. I'm using this because it's either my original or it's fair use. And by them saying coming in, oh, well, it's not. Technically, here's the problem. You cannot decide perjury. A court of law decides perjury. Law enforcement doesn't handle this. A court of law handles this. Anyways, you started a legal process by lying under oath, and the process will now be continued. Kind regards, Tracy Brown. And here's
why does she sound like she lives on Twitter?
Yeah. Anyways, comeso GmbH. CEO, Jan Wilkins. I don't even know who that is, but Jan Wilkins is the CEO of this place. Jan, you probably need to get better staff, and you probably need to reevaluate what you do. And here is their long street address in Germany.
I think their argument there is that like your video is available in multiple countries, therefore like they might. The one thing I'd say that like if this actually becomes something serious, which it probably won't, because they're really proving that they're not serious here.
Here's the problem.
Is that they could try to sue you in Germany for a video produced in America because it was available in Germany.
No, they don't hold the copyright. So again, it kind of falls on its face. It comes back to the copyright owner. They
aren't
don't
we already running?
Wait.
Wait, we're forgetting something really important here. Didn't we already have this with Aquila, obviously, and Sargon of Akkad?
Yes.
Yes, that too.
And it's called placement of injury. What can my video do over in Germany? Nothing. What is the area of injury? What did I injure? What did I hurt? What is the party I injured in Germany? That is the problem, and this is why I say this is a copyright troll company or a copyright Nazi factory, anything like that. They are a subsidiary in Germany that's stating that they enforce copyrights of different companies in different areas, which cannot be done because it must be done against the copyright holder, and their legal team, and I guarantee they're not a legal team because legal teams don't do this. But it'll be their legal team. I inflicted that injury on them, in their state, what it was produced, which would be Japan, or what it was streamed at, which would be Netflix in America, or even Kyoto Animation in America, because they do have a studio here, because that's where the English dubs are done. So, again, it comes right back down to it. It will be Netflix or KyoAni, not a third party in a different country. How you gonna have a legal battle if it's between 3 different countries? America, Japan, and then Germany. Or even if it's within America, why would you go to Germany? Again, this is a clever way and clever tactic to get out of that legal loophole of they can't be gone after. Now, I can't go after them. I can't go after them for harassment. I can't go after them for anything else because technically, they're outside my scope of injury. Technically, anything they do over there cannot injure me. Technically, I have no grounds to sue. That's why they do that shit. Anyways, continuing on. Anyways, seeing how you never responded to my first email, what was I supposed to do? I know what you want now. Pull the strike, and I will pull the video down, and I will correct it. The first, and like I said, you'll see some of my bad grammar and spelling in this, and like I said, going, 90 miles an hour on a phone at work, going from one side of the shop to the other side of the shop, trying to get my job done, get my work done, and along trying to deal with this bullshit. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Anyways, the first email is what was on the first strike. This email was on the second strike. So let's settle this outside of court and go from there. I found a counterclaim because I figured you wouldn't respond to the second email like you didn't the first. And I sent them a screen grab of the first email, and I messed up the entire thing, but it does have the date because it's clearly that email. But anyways, so what am I supposed to do? It's like, the only way I can do anything about it is to counter the claim, hope they don't sue, which they haven't yet. But anyways, counter the claim, take the video down, rewalk it, put it back up, hopefully that's good. Or respond to them and see if I can't work things out, because a court of law's got to look at it first. Did the parties try to work something out before they go to a court of law? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the courts don't want to deal with this shit. They got enough stuff on the books. They don't want to settle petty squabbles like we settle outside of court. If it's the fact that I'm showing the episode and I am willing to work with the copyright holder. Which is not them, but I'm willing to work with them. And they didn't take it. That's on them, not me. Now, it can go back and forth and damages and stuff like that. There's 44 views on the video. What's 44 YouTube's views worth? 4 cents? Maybe that? Maybe not? So, I don't know. What did you think about this? About that. And if you can't see it, I know you can't see it, but you have to go to the YouTubes and you'll see what I'm showing on screen.
I don't have the thing open, but I can.
Nah, that's okay. I'll read it again. Seeing how you never responded to my first email, what was I supposed to do? I know what you want now. Pull the strike, and I will pull the video down, and I will correct it. The first email is what was on the first strike. This email was on the second strike. So let's settle this outside of court and go from there. I filed a counterclaim because I figured you wouldn't respond to the second email like you didn't the first.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a reasonable expectation that, like, if they don't respond to your first email, they're not going to respond to your second. But you still reached out.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, even though you tried to file the counterclaim, you still reached out to them.
I filed a counterclaim 2 days after I sent them an email.
Oh, so you waited. I didn't even know that detail.
I sent the first email on the 8th. I counterclaimed on the 10th.
Yeah, so
I gave them more than fair notice.
yeah, I mean, like two business days. Like, I mean, provided those are business days, but
And seeing how I done in Germany,
yeah,
it was
they
like
are.
evening for me. It was probably morning time for them, so they probably saw it first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, like you gave them 2 full business days.
Yeah. No response. How am I supposed to settle stuff? The only option I've got, because I am clearly in the right from where I see things, is to kind of notify it, kind of claim it. And technically, legally, they can't file. Legally, they can't file. Well, I can't say legally, but they're not supposed to be able to file a second DMCA because that's a spurious DMCA claim then, because they didn't go through the legal procedures and mechanisms the first time around. Because the only thing they gotta do is respond to YouTube and go, hey, we're gonna send this person a legal notice and stuff like that.
And they didn't, and that's why it came off, right?
Yes. And then they put it right back on.
See, that's them. Like and like YouTube is like, oh well, you're abusing the system. It's like, no, they're abusing the system.
Yeah, pretty much.
Clearly.
Anyways, here's a response back to that one, and I kind of laughed at this. Just because we don't reply to an email does not really mean you can just file a counter notice. I really don't know what to say to that. Yes, it does. You never responded back, so as far as I was concerned, you don't own the copyright. You don't own the copyright to this. Kyoto Annie and Netflix does. Anyways, I really don't know what to say to that. A counter notice is a legal process, and no, it's not actually. It's a mechanism to lead to a legal process. You failed to initiate the legal process whenever I did that the first time. The legal process is you then must sue me to keep that from happening. You did not. Counter notice is a legal process. You swear under penalty of perjury that what you say is true, but what you said was not true. BS. Regardless of what we do, perjury is a criminal offense. No, it's not. It can still be settled outside of courts. They even give you that option. They prefer you to settle stuff outside the court. Quit living in your own world.
Yeah, like plus like perjury, like in a court of law is really what the problem is. Like,
Yes.
I mean, like if you perjure yourself on the stand, like that's one thing. Like if you like, it's like an entirely different thing. If like on like a minor like transaction, you say like, I mean, like you can't. It's like an 18. It's like an under 18, like a 14-year-old going onto an 18+ website and checking off that thing that says I am over 18. Like,
yes.
they can't get. You're not going to get in trouble for that.
Regardless or not, since I had no notifications, because usually if it is actually something serious and it's something that, oh my god, okay, I did break the law, there's going to be communication, because that's one of the first things the court's going to ask. What's the communications between the parties? Did the parties try and settle this out of court before it went to court? No, there wasn't. Nobody responded back to me, even after the counter notification. Because even from there, you know, let's put it like this. Okay, I kind of notified it. I also notified them. They can go back and go, hey, what's this about? I mean, this is truly our copyright. And they're able to prove that and go, okay, this is our copyright. It's like, okay, we have an agreement then. Then I can go back and go, okay, I'm sorry, I'm clearly in the wrong. Once this gets done, I'll take the video down. Everyone's happy again. That's what the process is there for. Anyways, and we start going back into these big scary words again. Regardless of what we do, perjury is a criminal offense. This is a civil matter. It is not a civil matter. It is a civil matter. Copyright infringement is a civil suit case.
Wait, they did. Wait, they said that it wasn't a civil matter. Wait a minute, I missed that.
Yeah, they said it wasn't a civil matter. They said it was criminal.
No,
I'm sitting going,
no. It's right
a civil matter. They're full of shit. Oh my god!
It says it right here. It says it right here. It is not a civil matter. Here.
Yes, it is. Civil matters deal with parties who are damaged.
Yes.
Holy, they're like, yeah, like. Then I back up what I said to you. Like,
so
showing you this, like,
of shit.
Yeah, like they're trying to scare you. Like this is them. Like they're completely full of it.
And this is why the photo emails get better. Okay, so they're very professional right now. They're trying to be. They're trying to be very professional. To try and go, oh, but this is probably some nobody at home. He probably has a computer. He probably does this. He probably does that. And we could probably scare him into not doing this anymore because, hey, we're just those kind of assholes. Well, you know, we're copyright Nazis.
Honestly,
law enforcement in your country have to decide whether or not they will charge you in the future. That is not how this works.
No, that's not how this works at all.
That is not how this works.
Like, yeah. Try calling the damn police on, like, you know, in the middle of the fucking Midwest on you, like. Who?
Yeah. Oh no, I'll do one better. I'll bring my state trooper friend. That's an actual state trooper. I'll make sure he comes down here decked up and go, and I'll show him all these emails. I'll tell him, okay, do you arrest me right now on stream, or what do you say? I guarantee he's got to say the full shit.
Hey, Sparky.
Hey, what?
Just remember, you don't want to get swatted, bro.
It's not getting swatted if I invite him down.
I mean, true, but you never know.
But God, law enforcement in your country will have to decide whether or not they will charge you in the future.
Yeah, like who? Like what law enforcement did they contact? What law enforcement?
Yeah.
This is utter like nonsense.
Okay. We also do not understand how everyone thinks they can just upload content and then just delete it when it's reported. The strike is a punishment for law infringement. No. No. The strike is a punishment for law infringement. Alright, let me correct you on that. No. The strike is a punishment for copyright infringement. And the strike, it has... YouTube does not care about the fucking law. It is a fucking deal on YouTube. That is their own system. They don't have to go through the implementations that they do. They just have to make it able to where a party who says that the copyright is theirs has a mechanism to go after the person that is infringing on them. YouTube has nothing to do with the law. YouTube has no process in it. YouTube, because of Section 250, has no implication in this. Only thing this is keeping them from being able to get sued by the actual copyright holder. Where are you getting it? You're an idiot. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh God, the strike is a punishment for law infringement. It's a way until the strike times out and just not take content you have no permission to use anymore moving forward. Excuse me, I thought... Wait for the strike to time out. I thought I was getting sued.
Yeah, we know it's a scam. We know it's a scam. But at least you put a little more effort into it.
I love fucking trolls. And you're gonna see that coming up. Anyways, they were professional up here at the top, and then they come down and it's like, well, just gotta put my opinion out here for that. Yeah, that's a good business model. Tracy Brown. That's a really good business model.
Yeah, they're so full of it. Like it's hilarious how full of it they are.
Actually, reading it, because I was showing you guys, and yeah, you're laughing in the DMs, but actually going through and reading this now, it's like, oh my god, I should have paid more attention to this. This is
Yeah, I mean, like
gold.
I happen to I just missed that one little part of the email, and now I'm just like, and like, oh my gosh, like if anybody's watching, they're gonna love like because the reference is coming up soon, right? After this
Yes.
one,
Yes, it is.
yeah. Just
Anyways,
like it gets better. It gets better.
yeah. Anyways, this is my response to them, and yes, I kind of my grammar's gotta be all over the place, so don't judge me. It does any grammar Nazis out in the chat. I do expect fully grammatically correct sentences of this is what you should have typed in the comments. At this point,
I mean,
I'm not.
Sparky,
I'm not even gonna fucking. I'm not
if
even
we
gonna
were
be
going to
upset
sit
about
here
it.
and correct every single one of your errors, there's at least 15, if not more, that I saw from your emails.
Okay, so I know I'm gonna see
Yeah,
in the
there
chat
is
later on
many.
tonight. I know. It's like I said, phone, work, all over the place, not really caring, trying to get a point across. It's like, no, you can't see the show. I had 4 other, I don't know why I said out her, I think it auto-corrected on me, because I probably hit a wrong letter and it thought something else. Anyways, I had 4 other episodes up, and you didn't strike them. You handled this like a bot, which is exactly what I thought this was. It was a bot.
You handled this like a bitch. You spelled bitch wrong, Sparky. It should have been bot or bitch.
No, I meant to say bot.
I know. Also, what is the saying that Viva Fry always says? Always draft your responses as if it's going to be read by a judge.
Yeah, well, at this point, I don't really have anything to worry about.
Still.
Yeah, I mean, like
Alright.
you probably should have waited until you got home, but
Well, fuck, I didn't know Doug got spawn back on anymore.
Wait a minute. I'm sure judges can forgive spelling errors
I've seen
and
spelling.
grammar.
I've seen spelling errors in actual claimant cases. There was spelling errors for like the Supreme Court cases. I don't really care.
yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. All right. You hit number 3. I had 4 up. 4 was up when you hit 3 again. I took them down to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to help you out here. On my show, they're mostly commentary, review, and reactions. I lost my place. Reactions. The overlays and distortions over the show. It's silent with no volume and makes it unmarketable. Not going for replacements. Going for review and commentary. This is the definition of fair use. Kyoto Animation is the rights holder in Japan, not Germany. Never had an issue of any other show, much less to a company that redirects their own or co-opted streaming sites on their web page. Besides, you never said anything to First Strike and never responded. I'm more than glad to go to court. If not, I'll forward YouTube the interactions after 10 business days starting back from the first strike. Oh, that's about 28 days ago. I did that for a reason. Anyways, interactions after 10 business days starting back from the first strike if I don't receive any legal notice. So I'm asking one last time, take the strike down. I will take the video down. I will rework the video to cut out more, even though you can't see, watch, or enjoy the show as is. Now, did I threaten anyone in that?
No. You responded to their own threat. Like you said, like, oh yeah, I'm happy to go to court. Like
Yeah.
all you did was respond to them threatening you.
You threatened them by basically calling their bluff.
Yeah, that's literally all you did. You called their bluff. That's it.
Yeah. And that's not even a threat. It's like, okay. That's acknowledging something that they were going to do to me.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like that's you being like, okay, like
So
fine, try.
Alright, so here's the other response. If you embed the full episode into a video, including subtitles, that is illegal. No, it's not. It depends on what you do with that content. Copyright encompasses the whole entire work if need be. I take what I need. And even though it might be the full length of the video, it's full length of the video with no sound, obscurities, you can't see it. It's not a marketable substitute. It's transformed. How is it illegal? And on top of that, you don't determine legality. A core law determines legality. Now, this is where they kind of drop the charade, and this is what this is where they start losing the composure and start going from, okay, we're a legitimate 100% business to, I don't know about this. Anyways, if you embed the full episode into a video, including subtitles, that is illegal. You are trying to grab on straws here now, throwing around various reasons. Then you start to threaten?
Yeah, no, they're trying to craft a narrative in case you actually
then
did.
I'm starting to threaten? I don't remember threatening you.
Nope.
You didn't say a single thing that could be construed as a threat.
Except for saying, yeah, I'm glad to go to court.
Yeah, and that's just you calling your bluff. It's just you being like, all right, try it, bitch.
Yep. If your only problem is that we have not striked other uploads, I assume that could be done in case you uploaded further shows of our clients. That is a threat. Because who's your client? You're not the copyright holder. You are not the copyright holder. You are not a law firm. You do not get to do this.
Yeah, okay, post legitimate evidence that you have the legal authority to represent these companies, the license holders of the show. If you cannot demonstrate that you have the legal authority to represent these people, then you have no authority here. You have no standing to say anything.
Yeah. Kind regards, Tracy Brown. That's my rebuttal to that whole thing. I never threatened you. I simply stated I'm still waiting on your first strike's legal notice. I simply stated something seems off for the fact you only went out to one vid. I will now make sure to now reach out to YouTube support and legal team, as well as an attorney of my own for further fraudulent DMCA claims. Because at this point, what's theirs, what's not? Who are their clients? They have not represented anyone. They have not said, we are representing these people. They are not a law firm.
Yeah, they literally said our client. Like, who's your client?
Yeah, who's your client?
You haven't said, you literally cannot, if they're not claiming that they're representing Netflix or KyoAni, then they have no leg to stand on. Because if they had a leg to stand on, then they would say that they are representing Netflix or KyoAni.
And if they were representing Netflix or KyoAni, why isn't Netflix and KyoAni's legal team reaching out to me, not some company or backwaters copyright false Nazi company in Germany reaching out to me?
Yeah, it's BS.
Yeah. Anyways,
they're probably not used to people. They're not used to people fighting back. They're not.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Yeah.
And, you remember that video you showed me? You remember that video you showed me of, don't let these people fool you?
Yeah.
Oh, they share that with me too.
Yeah, I think I know that. I think this is the reason why. Because they fought back too. Alright. I will now make sure to reach out to YouTube support and legal team, as well as my attorney, as an attorney of my own for further fraudulent DMCA claims.
See, I found the threat. That's the threat right there.
What's that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a threat. After you didn't, it's kind of a threat to go to YouTube, and, get an attorney. But I mean, that's after they said that you threatened them. You hadn't threatened them up until, after they
The
said you
fact-
did, and then you actually threatened them.
until the fact that they came at me and was saying, well, we can make sure we DMCA more videos on your channel.
Yeah, no, that was the threat. They threatened you.
Yep.
With that.
This is my retaliation to the threatening legal claims.
Yeah, I mean, they were threatening you with all sorts of shit. They were threatening you with criminal action. They were threatening you with with lawsuits. They were threatening you with more DMCA claims. They were threatening you with the whole gamut. And and they're just like, "Oh, you're threatening us, baby."
Yeah.
Baby, baby.
Only threat made was to me by trying to recognize the DMCA system now.
Sorry, Sparky.
What?
I think I just gave you another copyright strike.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh.
Anyways, only threat made was to me by trying to recognize the DMCA system. Now, please make sure any legal paperwork is sent priority with signature verification of delivery. You have my mailing address. Until then, I'll be contacting you too. Basically, simply saying, hey, if you're going to sue me, do it the correct way. And make sure you get confirmation on it. Because if you don't have confirmation on it, how do you know that I actually legally received it? That was Akila Hughes' issue. But you know what? Sargon was show up his victory. He went ahead and went along with it. Even though legally it would have been thrown out of court because Akila and her attorney didn't do due diligence. So this is me at the point I'm just kind of like, I'm losing it. I'm kind of done with this. That's the same one. Anyways, now they try to turn the other foot. Yes, I think it will be the best if you talk to an attorney. The attorney can also explain to you that most of the things you mentioned in this and the previous emails are largely irrelative and make no sense. Bullshit! Look up copyright law. What doesn't make sense is saying law enforcement will be there. It's not a civil matter. That's what doesn't make no sense. Kind regards, Tracy Brown.
Yeah, they're getting short with you.
Yeah. They're starting to see I'm not playing along here. And this is why I finally said, you know what, I'm done. I'm calling them out.
What? It's now calling Sparky. You've been calling her out since the very first email.
Oh no! I called her out in this one. So what makes no sense is a third party in Germany representing either Netflix or Kyoto Animations, either in Japan or America, when I'm in America. What makes no sense is when you have someone willing to work with you to settle an issue when I know full well this is a copyright Ponzi scheme. And yeah, I misspelled Ponzi. I knew that once I sent it. It's like, fuck, I can't retract it back and edit it. Anyways, a Ponzi scheme. And you refuse. That's a big key factor too. This was going to go to court. I was willing to work with them. They outright refused. The fact you refused reinforces that fact. The fact you didn't respond the first time and the strike expired because you exhausted your legal window, and technically that is considered the DMCA notification is the legal window that allowed the claimant and the claimee to get representation if they need it to be able to go forward and forge a case. So I'm not the one that exhausted that legal window out. They did. It's September 28th right now. The claim was filed the 10th. They had 10 business days to do that. That was technically on the 20th and then it expired to the 22nd. I'm still saying here on the 28th. I'm sorry, I know mail's slow, but I should have got something from Germany by now. And if it wasn't, I don't think it takes 10 days to file legal paperwork to send to YouTube saying, hey, no, the notification needs to stand.
Sparky,
This is what it is, and well, I gotta send this to them.
Spark,
What?
you're forgetting something.
What?
COVID.
I don't care.
COVID. Delays the mail, don't you know?
Still, no. Whenever they send a legal notification, it sends it both to YouTube and to me, and it will state back to me, the issuing party of the DMCA claim has filed legal notice towards you. Please wait until you receive your docket to then proceed to legal proceedings. I didn't get that. The strike got lifted.
Yeah, it's been like almost a month.
Yes. Anyways, this is them making fun. It's like, I don't even know what a copy Ponzi scheme is. Okay, Ponzi, you can get that Ponzi. Yes, but I'm sure you got your story figured out for your attorney. Neither are there just two companies involved in owning rights on this anime series, nor is your upload only available in the US. As I said, I think it would be best for you to talk to your attorney. You seem to see some large conspiracy here. Next, you would tell us that we operate from a pizza store. The attorney will help you understand the legal situation.
And that's when the mask slipped, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Pizzagate, everyone.
They're literally referencing Pizzagate. Like, you can't make this shit up. It's like literally, like, what professional legal firm is like you're gonna tell me that I'm operating out of a pizza store? Like, what
Also,
are
Sparky,
you talking about?
wait, I got even one better. Sparky, if you really wanted to, you could have called them right there. You're supposed to be representing your clients. That's defamation. Thank you very much. I will be forwarding that to my legal counsel.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Yes. Not just two companies involved owning the rights of the anime series. You know, you are right about that one. But you know what? It comes back down to the main license holder. It doesn't matter if you have streaming rights or not. Streaming rights means, okay, you can stream it. But what if there's another person that's streaming that doesn't have those licensing? There is an end user to it. There's always got to be one holding it. If not, it usually falls within a firm. And guess what? It's usually the Netflix or the Kyoto any legal firm. For them, anyways. You know what? I've gotten strikes before on shows. You know what? My fault. It was my fault. I actually got struck by Bandai.
Oh wow, Bandai
From
themselves.
Japan.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's when you know
that's
that's
an
when you know that
achievement.
it's a legit copyright strike when it comes.
Well, it was a bot.
Not when it comes from some like pissant like.
It was a bot that did it. Is what it was.
Still.
The bot tagged it, but still, it was a strike. It was a copyright ID flag violations. What it was? It wasn't a manual strike. This was a manual strike. I know Kyoto Animation. I can upload Violet Evergarden right now onto my channel without any filters. You know what? First one's gotta hit it. It's gotta be a bot for Kyoto Annie because they hold the licensing for it. I know that for a fact. I want some of what you're smoking. That's some good stuff. Anyways.
Who do you have there in chat? Because I'm not looking at the...
I don't even know why I had... why I saved that 2 times. Anyways, this was my final response to them. This was my final response to them. Sorry about the spelling errors. I am on my phone and at work. Ponzi scheme is what I meant, but I don't even think I would call it that. So, neither of those companies that own and hold a license is them. Then who is it? Does it happen to be someone on this list? If not, this is fraudulent. If so, then who? And I basically list out, and this is why I list out to them. And we only need to focus on one thing: licensed by.
Yeah, because if it's
Netflix.
licensed, that means that they
Netflix
have
has these streaming rights. That means
Yep.
anything that Netflix owns of it goes back to them. Guess what? This was done off of Netflix. I will admit that right now. The show that we watched was not a pirated version. It was not a DVD version. It was streamed off of Netflix. So technically, the only company that has any right to go out to me, if they really so wanted to, would be Netflix of America.
Yeah.
And then, yes, you got different listings here. You got Funimation, you got Anime Limited, you got Madam Entertainment. Okay, yeah, they can all hold a licensing and stuff like that. But who's the rights holder? That's where you come down and look at Netflix streaming rights. Even at the end of the day, it comes back to who made it, who produced it. The studio that made the animation, Kyoto Annie. So it comes right back down to why I said, see, the Kyoto Annie and Netflix, and you don't represent any of them because they have offices here in America. They have their own legal team. They've got to. They do use them. Why is a company in Germany contacting me about this? Why not, the legal team that's here in America? Oh, maybe because
Sparky, at this point, the Nigerian prince who wants to give you half of his fortune sounds more legit.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, after that, this is what I got. Delivery status notification failure. Message blocked. Your message to Tracy at comeso.org has been blocked. See technical details below for more information. Has been blocked. I can't make this shit up. You're joking me, right?
No.
You're joking. You're joking.
You're joshing me, man.
I feel like an Oogie Boogie song coming out.
You're joking.
You're
I can't
joking.
believe my ears. There goes another copyright strike.
Who are you guys fooling? Look, Tracy Brown, I had so much fun. All these notifications are going to be sent to you too. All these emails. You are a fraudulent company. And to this day, I know of not one animation studio, production, or streaming company suing an individual for a reaction. Why? You know why? Because it will
For
be
a brief period.
It will be all over fucking YouTube.
I mean, for a brief period, that almost was the case where another
For Susie Lou, because it was the same thing as this bullshit. Rest my case on the whole Susie Lou bullshit because of this right here. Okay, so we did all that.
I'm shocked that Rogue is not here yet.
Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna do something different too. We're gonna look at some stuff. I'm such a big bad actor and stuff like that. Okay, let's look here. Type in Violet Evergarden episode 3 reactions. Oh look. Second one on the list. Violet Evergarden episode 3 reactions. Second one on the list. Full episode, 24 minutes, 16 seconds. And the only thing they did was just cover it up like this. And I think I do a lot more to cover the video up in my videos. I would assume. Yeah, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people there. But I also had 4 people in mind, too. We're doing the same thing. Oh, and guess what? There's like a 20, there's like a 10, 15-minute opening. And guess what? There's also a 10, 15-minute closer telling, basically talking about the show, what we were expecting from the show, what we were seeing, what we were thinking about, what we were going to see, talking about the last show, and then our ending thoughts of the show afterwards. It wasn't just
Doesn't
the show
matter
itself.
how much you contribute, Sparky. You still included the full video in your thing.
They did. This has been out since January 14th, 2021.
Well, we're not talking.
This is the full
this is
ass
not
video.
what-
Like,
Oh, guess what? My video only
No.
had
This is
44
whataboutism. You can't do that.
No. I only have 44 views on my video. Hey, they got 24,000 views. I'm wondering what's
Oh, somebody's ears were burning.
Roads. I know why they went after you, Sparky.
What?
You're native.
Hey, you're native. Sorry.
Well, you know what? I came up with a clever nickname
That's
for them.
racist.
The copyright Nazis is what they are.
Well, of course they're racist. They're Germans. So.
Anyways, here's the original video.
That, my dear friend Gemex, that is racist.
Yeah. Anyways, here's the full
Oh,
video.
I'm German too.
This is not on my channel anymore.
Polish.
This
You're
is
belittling your own culture. How dare you?
yeah. This is not on my channel no more. Just because I wanted to test. I wanted to test to see how stringent this copyright thing was. Okay. Look. All right. Look. You got the episode. It's covered. It's covered by overlay. You cannot see anything. Hell, you can't even. Let me get to the subtitle part. Hell, you can't hardly even see the fucking subtitles. We're saying they're talking over it the whole entire fucking time too. Look at here. You can actually see the. I can see the actual video. I can see the actual subtitles right down the bottom of the video. Oh look, it's just a basic white background, nothing else like that. And okay, they got 2 pictures of Violet over it, then all that stuff, just Violet Evergarden. Okay, I'll give them that. But I think I've done a lot more.
I think you've done a lot more.
We can argue semantics all we want. At the end of the
In
day,
the end, it's racism.
There's semantics? How many semantics are there?
there's UPenn.
I'm a semantic?
Yes.
Okay, then my name is now changed from Pen to Sam.
Fine. Congratulations.
Now,
No, there's no now.
I know. Tyro said something to me in the chat. Well, not chat, but in Discord DMs. And he asks, "Is like, I think that means you win. They can't give you legal notice. Have you been able to kind of notice yet?" No. And here's the thing: they give me legal notice by email. Well, not emailing me, but by sending me through mail the actual subpoena. Well, not subpoena, but the actual servants, the actual documentation.
He got a
They
subpoena.
won't.
He got
I
a
know they
subpoena.
won't. No, I'm being serious. We went through every one of the emails, and oh my god, I wish I read them more thoroughly. Time out. Get this. You know, it's. I want you to give me what your opinion is on this whenever I read it out. It's like,
I'm pretty sure he gave you his opinions in the form of gifts.
It's like, hang on. Just because we don't reply to email does not mean you can just file a counter notification. I really don't know what to say to that. A counter notice is a legal process. You swear under penalty of perjury that what you say is true, but what you say is not true, regardless of what you do. Perjury is a criminal offense, and it is not a civil matter. Law enforcement in your country will have to decide whether or not they will charge you in the future. Can you count all the errors in that, please?
No.
Because it's not worth Rogue's time. He knows it's bullshit. Didn't I
I
say
know.
that he would basically come in here and go, "Why are you wasting your time talking about this?"
You are wasting your time. You can go about continuing it all you want, but this is a time waster for the most part.
Well, I just want. I
They
just wanted this out there.
hang on. It's already been proven that they will not go to court. It indicates it right on their website that they've never had a lawsuit. Never.
Oh, they say that on their. Oh.
Yes, they actually put it in their. They've never never had a lawsuit.
I pointed that out. It's like if you look at this little
You know,
cover, it says
lawsuit
30,000,
against
90
end
millimeter.
user, none.
Because they were all too chicken shit. And or also chicken shit.
This is the reason of why they've never had a lawsuit against the end user.
I'm sitting
Fear
there
tactic.
going, who is paying these people to troll everybody about copyright issues on the internet?
Well, and they
I
act like they're like this big we're like look at their about page. Like 2016, expand business to Southeast Asia. With this, more and more companies in Japan and Korea rely exclusively on Comeso's services now. I'm gonna call them Comeso though, because that sounds more slutty.
Appropriate.
Appropriate. Yeah, with this, more and more companies in Japan and Korea rely exclusively on Comeso's services. Like, they're acting like they're like this big. They're acting like they're this big chat company. It's like, no, you're fucking not. You're not.
Your responses prove that, especially at the very end.
Yeah, to say none lawsuits against end user, none. That's like, what a joke. Like, they're not gonna. Then they're not gonna sue you at all. So like, what are you worried?
That was the first.
This is me calling your bluff.
When Sparky originally brought this to our attention, he showed me the website, and I looked at it, and I kind of go, "Wait, none. What's that underneath it? Lawsuit against the end user. None. Interesting. So they're not. So they're using a scare tactic technique. That's all they're doing."
And
yeah, and honestly, look at these numbers. Like 90 million removed illegal copies. Excuse me, like. Where, when, how, and why?
Yep.
I very highly doubt those numbers. I think they're full of shit.
30,000 protected series. What series?
Yeah,
what
series? 30,000 of what series? Like shitty, like you know.
They would normally, if this was a legitimate business, they would at least indicate some of the series that they'd be protecting, and would have a degree of indications afterwards for. Minor, illegal copies that's been kicked around or something, but I see nothing here. And if I was a potential, person that wanted to, I don't know, subscribe to whatever they're doing for my anime or whatever cartoon, I got very little information here.
Here's another thing I've noticed that they basically what they do is say, hey, you pay us money and we will basically use Netflix, YouTube, and all them their user agreements against the people who do this shit, regardless of whether or not it's because we can and there's no.
Yeah, you also have to include anything from all the other streaming services.
Oh yeah,
and all of their vague user agreements.
I mean, this shit should be illegal, but unfortunately, it isn't, and you can file as much false copyright strikes as you want. There's no penalty for it.
No, therefore, if there's no penalty, there's money to be made. That's basically it.
Anyways, I'm saying I've seen the Get Anime series. Now, it gives you listings of like, okay, it's free to watch this. It's $6 for this. It's $6.99 today. Now, it gives you a link. Now, I don't know if this is like an affiliate link or something like that. Maybe they get a bump and cut or anything like this. Maybe.
Well, if you click it, you'll see exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's the actual link. It brings me up to if I hit Crunchyroll. Now, okay. Multiple anime is not owned. Is anime? Let me ask your opinion, because I know you're very informative about this, but when it comes down to let's just say Violet Evergarden. Let's just use Violet Evergarden as the basis because that's what this is about. Technically,
know.
who is the copyright owner of Violet Evergarden? Because I got told
Uh,
more than one person can own the copyright in different countries.
Technically, that is true. Problem is you're outsourcing it. So, for example, if this is actually done from Funny, who actually owns the original copyright, they can actually outsource the additional copyrights to cover anywhere else, Germany, the United States, Africa, or whatnot. Because again, they run the risk of somebody taking the IP and use it for their own. Now, that's basically it. As for the person that you were using, i.e., Netflix should have been mentioned.
Yeah.
In the actual claim.
Yeah.
Because they would be the ones that have the distributing rights, and you were using their distributing service in order to watch that particular program.
Yes, and it's even shown in the show.
Oh, I know, because I went to the end of it, and I saw that at least a good, I want to say 5 minutes or so. That's at the end of the day, they showed it.
And I am back. My computer froze.
Oh. It's fine.
I was just telling them that I found the Twitter page, and like the last tweets are from 2013, and they're all about like certain pages were taken down because of a report by us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, time to refresh my page, my channel content, and let's see. Oh God, Sparky, you went up to 8 viewers. What the fuck, man? 1 like, 8 views. Jesus Christ, we're not even at the 24-hour mark.
Anyways, I am back now.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm back now.
Anyways, I don't know what happened. It just computers froze up, lock up.
Basically, the computer's telling you it's time to end that.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. But anyways, it's very funny because they don't even list like how many anime series they got. They lost 500 from Microsoft.
Realistically, all they have to do is just run a couple. They don't have to do the entire list. It's just to showcase that, yeah, we have a few interesting IPs underneath our belts. Showcase, I don't know, what a barrage that they had on Twitter, and we took a takedown at this time frame. Please refer to our Twitter account. You can probably put that as a link too. They have nothing, like I said before, as a potential subscriber to any form of copyright protection. I would look at that website and I'd be kind of going, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, I do know this much. I know going forward, this is what I'm going to do. Since, Germany hates me so much, and I really don't know anyone from Germany. I'm going to go through and I'm going to change my, because I do believe I could go in there and do that. I could change who I broadcast to.
Yeah. Those poor Germans.
Yeah, the guy that suffered about Sparkys.
I know. Also, how many people from Germany watches your program? You'd be able to find out.
None.
There you go. So.
Hello, Pie. Well, no, she's not from Germany.
She is from Europe.
Yeah, she's Danish. Yeah, I know. Close enough.
No, it's not.
Not. I know. I know, but. Yeah.
Austrian, yes. Danish, no.
You mean like the Terminator?
Yeah, they got terminated pretty well to a point where they had to fight against the termination.
United States 894 viewers, Philippines 113, India 64, Indonesia 50, Tunisia 18, Japan 15, Australia 12, Brazil 11. If anything, I would figure it'd be Japan that gets me, not Germany.
Yeah, but they always like looking at the Western folks who try to analyze their cartoons, and they kind of go, "You got it wrong." You're so wrong. We still laugh at you, though. Ha ha ha. I can see that, though.
Yeah, I could too. For fact, no point.
Yeah. But no, they're just so happy that you're able to watch their programming. They're a little disappointed that it's not Japanese, but they're happy that you're watching their programming.
Oh yeah.
Oh look, he looks like a white boy who actually likes Japanese culture. Ooh. And they give you the little Japanese, hand clap, and then they give you the two, victory sign, and then walk away.
They actually like
Interesting.
it when that happens.
I know.
Japan loves this shit. Which is
They
hilarious.
get excited when you talk Japanese to them. They're like, "Oh my god, you know Japanese!"
Yeah,
What
I'm
you
doing
learn?
I'm doing an internet deep dive right now. Apparently, Comeso was hiring on July 30th, 2020.
Okay.
Interesting. And they closed applications like 2 days later.
Yeah, well, they had to go through the coup variant. I mean, Germany has been having their coup issues.
Yeah, so they've been having it longer since 2013.
They wanted a Python developer to develop bots, I'm sure.
Of course.
They wanted a PHP developer for their website.
Yeah, good luck with that. This sounds like a company that wanted somebody to do it to not be paid.
Oh, you mean it's somebody from India? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you're from India? Okay. Do you know how to telemarket? Even better. We'll give you 3 Dutch bots, and you'll be happy.
We'll give you 3 ducks, and you'll be happy.
We have this car. And no, it's not a Volkswagen.
And it's not a car; it's actually a cart.
Yeah. We won't tell you that until it gets, but still.
It's a cart, not car. Even though we're
They
very
were
specific about car.
like hiring a consumer fucking research psychologist.
Yeah. Yeah. They're a very interesting company when you look at it. Like I said, I don't know what they actually do.
They get paid.
And they were hiring with no experience. Like, well,
Really, no experiment.
Really,
experience?
I couldn't tell the email
Jetmax,
conversation.
you have it in.
Yeah, but I hate
around this time there was a lot of copyright strikes.
It's fine. You don't have to deal with the Nazis. They Nazi a lot of things, anyways. Yeah, I'm here until Friday, folks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot my external drive at work. Oh, I'll get it tomorrow.
Okay, so I found a blog post about it. And apparently, as long as you fight them off for long enough, they leave you alone.
Yeah, they generally do.
Come at me!
Look, they blocked you.
Should do an Indian raid.
They've been using
No.
and Tracy Brown's a false. That's an alias.
Yeah,
That's an alias, huh?
an alias.
Yeah.
So I'm
Because it was
being
like-
told
it's
I'm gonna get
literally-
sued from not even a real person. Cool.
Yeah, back in 2017, they were still using this alias, Tracy Brown.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, this is kind of a bullshit company that just takes advantage of YouTube's inability.
Look,
to
I
do
told
anything
you
right.
straight up. You're a scrub. They thought you were a scrub. They threatened you as a scrub, and you fought back as a non-scrub, and then they kind of go, okay, no. We're gonna move on to another scrub.
Maybe you.
Nah.
So, all right. So, tell me something. I want to know your tactics. And I want to know your plan. What happens if my video on your channel, which was on my channel, that got struck on your channel? What would you do, and what would you go about it?
Well, my Jewish lawyers would hunt them down.
Okay, get to it, Pin.
No, I have other people here that actually would do the work. I know a few people. Also know a few people in Germany. But regardless of the factor, it would have to be a legitimate claim.
They actually have laws to protect them in Canada.
It
We don't
needs
have
to be.
those ones
You guys don't have the proper laws that would. I mean, we do have some unique copyright laws here, and whatever you were doing, obliged by all the copyright rules that we have here. So, technically, in order for them to sue somebody like myself, they would have to sue my country.
Good luck.
Blame Canada.
Pretty
Blame
much.
Canada.
So it stops becoming a civil suit and then it goes to a federal suit. And the federal organization that is Canada, then it becomes very messy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. All they got to do is just basically browbeat YouTube into the ground. And then,
Yeah.
For him, they actually have to work for it. So,
but because they have to prove that it is coming from me. I'm the one that actually produced that particular material, and it is my IP that's being utilized in order to transmit such. Yeah, there's a lot of other different rules that come into play, which is why when the United States decided to try to get your little FBI agency to try to get all the IP addresses for everybody in Canada that used a torrent site for whatever reason,
or Napster.
Canada was like going, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I remember that. Remember Napster and iMesh? Oh god, that was fucking glorious. The FBI was like, "You have to give us this," and they were like,
"No."
Well, we're going to do this. No, you're not.
Okay.
No, we're not. But we're going to tell the president to do it. No, you're not. No, we're not. But it was kind of along the lines of, no, you're not. No, you're not. And we pushed out like bitches, like we normally do when it comes to Canada, because we like to think we own Canada, but we don't. I mean, our government likes to think they own Canada, but they don't.
So, I mean, has your deep dive pulled up anything else, APS? I'm eager. I'm willing, because I've done some research myself, like on YouTube and stuff like that. I can only find very, very, very handful of claims on YouTube from very small individuals that got struck, but they only got struck once, and that's the thing. They only struck one video.
I mean, like, it would be interesting if you contacted these people. There's an email, like, I just sent you the thing. There's an email at the bottom that says, like, if you're willing to help us get legal representation, email this. This was 4 years ago. If you, like, I wonder what would happen if you emailed that email and said, like, hey, like, whatever happened with this.
This place is chaos.
It's a Tumblr blog. But yeah, I mean, like, there's only so much that I can find. Like, someone, like, posted to Google support, and of course, like, some fucking bootlicker was on there, like, well, if you violated copyright, like, shut the fuck up.
Anyways, all right, let's go through and read this then. It's like, this place is chaos. An important message from orojackson.com. Please read. I would like everyone to read this and signal boost it so everyone would see. A few months back, we were on the receiving end of multiple false DMCA complaints, even after having complied of existing copyright laws. We were harassed and bullied. We spoke out an announcement and filed counter notices on multiple DMCA complaints claiming fair use, and the harassment eventually ended. Jackson was no longer being targeted or bullied. But the corporate bullies are back to harassing us again, this time under the name of comeso. Comeso presents itself to be a company that protects intellectual rights and fights online privacy. However, it turns out to be a business that blatantly abuses the law and files false DMCA complaints based on keywords and no other evidence. On 25th August, Kumos filed a false DMCA complaint against Jackson. Dear Sir and Madam, This is a notification of copyright infringement, IP censored. I want to censor it. It's like, show that shit. Anyways, I have a good faith belief in. That's why I asked you to take this down within 48 hours. I would be grateful if you could send me a short message when you have accomplished the deletion. Again, kind regards, Tracy Brown. When was this sent? 2017?
Yeah, 2017.
Wow, Tracy Brown, you're really walking your way up the corporate ladder. Stuck behind a desk all day, emailing all day. And it's the same, street address. I wonder if that street address is even real. I wonder if we bring that up on Google Maps for another show. Alright. The complaint was based solely on the keyword Reviveries of the Moonlight. We had a discussion thread. Watched Rich contacted the keyword and they wanted it deleted. The thread has been removed currently as we filed counter notices, but the content of the thread contents of the thread are in the thread's screenshot below. Spoiler screenshot. The DMCA complaint is blatant misuse of the law, as no copyright infringing content exists or has ever existed on that discussion thread, and is censorship of online discussion. They didn't stop there. Earlier today, 25th of August, they filed another false DMCA complaint. The abuse team. This is a notification of copyright infringement. Okay. Under penalty of perjury, they filed a false DMCA complaint based on the keyword "g'day." Is saying the word "g'day" now illegal? Below are the screenshots that introduce threads which were asked to be deleted in this illegal DMCA complaint. Spoiler screenshot. Kumos, a company that claims to protect copyright, is now filing DMCA complaints against O. Jackson for using the word "g'day." Yes, it is now illegal to use that word, and if we don't delete this page within 92 hours of the complaint, O. Jackson will be forced to go offline. We could go offline for using "g'day." How can a company like Kumos blatantly abuse existing laws and file a DMCA complaint? How can they swear under penalty of perjury while committing a crime? Is this fair? Are we supposed to bend backwards and let them walk all over us? We ask you, our members, have we done anything wrong? Why should we have deleted content that isn't illegal in any form or manner? Why must we be on the receiving end of such illegal abuse by Kumos? I can't.
I'm wondering, could you possibly?
Who, me?
Yes. You can't talk to them anymore. I was going to say what you do is you said, please, you should have, and I wish you had asked first, was say, hey, please give me your lawyer so I can have my lawyers get in contact with them for legal prosecution.
Oh, I already did that. They said, okay. And they wanted to send me anything else. They didn't. Yeah. They didn't respond kindly to that. I threatened them with that. Actually, that was my threat to them. I was going to talk to my attorney.
Yeah, I'd like your legal information. I can give it to my attorney. Pass it on.
Yeah, I threatened them with that. We went through that. No. We went through the email. I threatened them with that because that was the next response. How dare you threaten us?
No, I just like to. We can do this legally if you guys don't want to do this commercially. I'd like to do this legally then.
Yeah, because now I'm stuck waiting for their contact information. I'm stuck waiting for their contact information by them.
You're not gonna get it.
Supposed to be mailing something to me, which I really doubt I'm gonna get. And I will say this much right now: even if I did get it, it better be marked priority and need signature, because if they don't do that, how do they not get it? Anyways, why can they commit perjury and false DMCA complaints and face absolutely no consequences while we constantly have to keep deleting content and filing counter notices? Isn't this complete blatant abuse of the law? Anyways.
It is, but there's no consequences for that. That's why a lot of these companies always sue the other way around. There's consequences for if you lose, but there's no consequences if you win. Or for them, there's no consequences for them if they lose. So why not? I mean, it's actually a brilliant scheme.
It's a win-win for them and a complete loss for you.
No matter what, yes. Hell, they don't even have to pay back lawyer fees unless you can prove. The only time that happens if you can prove that basically, I'm just suing them to sue them, and that's hard to prove. It's almost impossible.
And even then, the lawyer fees are pretty cheap.
Or you got to have a client. The client that sued you has to be as dumb as Sargon's was. Yeah, I'm just suing him because I didn't like his content. Oh, fuck! That's why the first lawyer quit too. By the way, it's like I like to quit working for my client because she's a fucking moron.
Recuse myself.
Granted, I'd like to recuse myself because my client's a moron. Granted, even the judge was like, "Yep, I'll give you that one." Now she's suing her second lawyer because he lied to her. She said he lied to her.
Well, here's the problem. Even then, problem is Sargon told her.
Oh yeah.
Sargon told her. She didn't listen. Even the judge told her. It's like, he's got a.
Oh, she's a brave and beautiful black woman that did nothing wrong. That's
dumber than a box of rocks.
But that's why. I mean, honestly, that's the only reason I could figure she went with that is because she thought because she was black she couldn't lose because it would be racist otherwise. And that's why a lot of these other communities are doing that shit. Oh, it's racist. I was like, no, it's still within the confines of the law, whether or not it's racist or not. That doesn't matter. The law is what matters in these cases sometimes. But for some reason, people want to bring in race, like the woman who got beaten by the black people because she said an ethnic slur. It doesn't matter. You still you still broke the law. You're still going to jail, and that was still Texas. So, congrats.
I thought it was New York.
No, the black people were from New York, and then claimed they were on vacation in Texas, and then they claimed it was racism. When in fact it was about 3 other clients that weren't allowed in, 3 males that weren't allowed in because of that. The black women were allowed in. The 3 white men who didn't have their card weren't allowed in. And then they got upset about that for some reason. I mean, basically the lawyers have come down to it that these women are going to jail. Even their own lawyers, it's just now they're negotiating for how long. It was funny. It was, she said something racist, and that was the first thing out of both the lawyers' mouths. And that doesn't give you full right to beat on somebody. I mean...
Okay, so I have sent an email to this admin at osjackson.com. Short, brief. The other link that they got down is not viewable no more. So that is unfortunate. I see ATS has found me another link. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back up. Oh, okay. Comeso GmbH. What kind of a telephone is that?
It's a German telephone number.
National.
Oh, national.
It's short for national.
Comeso. You know what? I'm going to translate this to English.
You might want to.
The reviews down below are in English.
Oh, they are? Okay. Oh,
Yes.
this is gonna be good. Similar companies net by FTC Football Transfer Company GmbH. What? Okay.
I mean, I don't think that's a similar company.
A lot of this shit seems like it's made up, and they just hope no one real from these other companies ever sees it.
Okay. There we go. From Urban. This company puts the livelihood of artists at risk. I question this company's credibility and legitimacy. The company sends unsubstantiated copyright infringement claims to Etsy, the company that refuses to discuss the claim with Etsy sellers and does not give any explanation as to why they made the claim to Etsy. Furthermore, the company does not provide evidence that they are the true legal representative of Studio Ghibli. Ooh, Studio Ghibli!
Yeah, they take down a lot of stuff from Studio Ghibli apparently on Etsy.
Ah, okay. The representative of the company, The representative of the company, Miss Tracy Brown, does not.
That's not even like she's not a representative. That's an alias. It's multiple different people, and
Yeah.
and like that makes it even more shady because
Yeah,
like you're not even talking to the person, like, which is very that's pretty much essential for a legal like litigation. Is you have to be talking to the person themselves.
Wow. Alright, well, anyways, the representative of the company, Miss Tracy Brown, hi again, does not answer any of your questions and directs you straight back to Etsy, who emails are highly unprofessional and alleged representative of Studio Ghibli. Oh man, hit the nail on the head on that one. Oh, I needed that. From Hey. And that was May 17th, 2021. That was about 4 or 5 months ago. Another one. Claims other people work as someone else while refusing to resolve the situation. Unprofessional, responsive, and ignores your explanations with emails. Don't waste your time trying to contact them to come to an arrangement as they will ignore it. You know what? I'll give that one's up. I'll give that one's up. Totally a scam company, and this is from Carried. Totally a scam company. False DMCA claims. If I could give 0-star review, I would. This company should be shut down forever. Amen to that one, brother. Jesus Christ. I've never seen so many 1-star reviews except for like on bad items on eBay. From Ben. This company is claiming some work on my Etsy page without any common sense. This is a shame. They are not entering emails or anything. You guys are lame. This is not copyright. This is not a copyright agency. They take down Studio Ghibli videos, websites, Etsy listings, etc. When they have absolutely no affiliation with Ghibli, they are a data scam. That explains.
They basically want you to pay them off.
Well,
that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Is like the more I look into this, the more I look like, well, if you paid this, you could then use this material, and we'll accept that. That's what they want you to get to. That's the litigation they want to get to. They want to get that little old dollar sign. The thing is, people have caught on to these scams and basically just say, fuck it. You're not.
Yeah, that's why I'm making this video right now.
So.
Alright, that was from Twice. His from Shinigami. December 2018. So, okay, so it's like a 2-year gap. So it's like the come and go, come and go, come and go.
Seems like it.
Heads up for all negative posts. If you're in the USA and this company has done any damage to you or your company, you own by U.S. law. If they have sent you a DMCA and it was incorrect, they are guilty of perjury, and you can take them to court in the United States under your jurisdiction. This will include damages and lawyers' fees and force them to come to you.
Good luck with that.
I'm not gonna do that. I pretty much wanted the call out the bluff.
Now, here's the thing: if you're someone like me who has no time on their hands, I'm more than happy to do that. Because like I got free time.
Well,
I'm retired. They say like this is.
You want to be a co-owner of Sparkys Tech Corner?
Gem, you would have to prove that Tracy Brown exists.
That's the problem too. That's the thing, and that's
the person who took down
who
did the takedown was Tracy Brown. The person responding to Sparky is Tracy Brown, or anybody else who's levied a complaint against this company.
Rogue,
please find Tracy Brown.
Here's the thing: we got 7 years worth of Tracy Brown just on these 2 websites.
Doesn't matter. One, you have to prove that the company exists. Just because it's got a website doesn't necessarily mean it exists.
Rogue's got a point.
I know.
I mean, it's you seek other ramifications, so it's like I'll have to go to YouTube. I'll have to go to YouTube with the conversations and the emails and stuff like that. I've got to figure out how to do that first. But
I could talk to my Russian friends and see what they can find out. Because they love fucking with them. If it's Germans, they love fucking with them.
One thing, GemMax, it's not a German company.
I know it's not. It's actually
they say they're based in Germany, but I
no,
they're not.
It's an Indian company.
Yeah. All right.
I bet you anything it's an Indian company.
Probably is.
You must delete setup #42 for the computer to work. I am Indian, so that counts. I am a form of Indian, so it's not racist.
But you're the Indian with the feather, not the dot on the forehead.
I fell in cow shit.
Not the oral kind, but the kind.
Alright, Lacey from February 2018. Serious rubbish film that goes after fan forum discussion sites instead of pursuing massive scale distributions of pirated work. No, they showcase some of it. They target forums, threads, and small communities where the corporate level threats land hard in order to show a win on their end when they're actually doing zero to aid your company in preventing piracy. They hurt the fan bases of walks, which in turn hurts content creators. Hiring them will net zero benefit and simply incur your legal fees for them representing you in appeals. It's no wonder they have yet to win any cases of the representations in the toilet.
That's right. End users. Yeah. Zero litigations.
Luki2650. For issuing takedowns of the word G-Day, a common phrase in Australia among our people, it would be like issuing a takedown for the American word y'all. You guys are very lucky this hasn't reached the mainstream media here yet.
Give it time.
Ridgelow, what are they? Retorted? Okay. What, they retorted? Most of the stuff uploaded is not even profitable for the upload. Hope this company goes bankrupt soon, SMH.
It won't go bankrupt. It makes its money off of people being stupid. And there's plenty of those.
Sylvan, stop harassing sites that don't do anything wrong. Your DMCA complaints are often very illegal themselves.
Yeah, they don't care.
The thing is, these people won't get in trouble. There's nothing you can do. There's just... they'll probably throw another strike at you for doing this.
Well, YouTube will actually get to the point where they will actually block people.
No, God, no, they won't.
Unless you make YouTube a lot of money, they don't bother with you.
Yeah, no. I know. Anyways, so they go out to key common phrases and words. So it's probably episode 3 that got them.
See, you're at that small point where you're starting to build, and they noticed, and they're like, "Oh, we can try to, crack down on this person." They obviously want to make money doing this. When no, you don't. But still, they're just trying to hustle you. At the end of the day, you're just got unlucky, and they saw you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all there is.
Here's from Floppy.
I told you, you're a scrub YouTuber.
You're a mark.
From Floppy, please return deleted mangas from Read Manga. Most of Russian don't know other languages, and only 1% of or less is licensed in Russia. Or just make a website with official Russian translations of all popular mangas, and people can pay, for example, 10 to 12 per month for accessing it. Okay. What?
That's a business.
Okay. From Johnny. Filed a copyright claim on a song that they clearly don't own. Do you think that a German company owns Japanese anime? No.
I don't even believe it's a German company.
Yeah, I'm starting to highly doubt that too. Lynn, I'm not saying that name. I can't pronounce. I'll butcher it. There's a scene.
Oh, come on, you know you want to try.
Does it seem a little suspicious
Josh!
that Jimmy Williams is the only one here with a good review? On top of that, he is making the claim that all of these other reviews are fake without viable evidence. Maybe he walks for them. He clearly does not understand what's going on with this company, and let alone affected by them. I gotta get down to that one.
I don't see
Tim.
that review anymore. There doesn't that review that they're talking about doesn't appear to exist.
They probably said something that was under copyright infringement, and they took it down themselves. Tendon, a company that sends large amounts of automatic copyright infringement and abuse reports with no more evidence than the infringing web page containing the name of a copyrighted work. Resolving these wrongful abuse reports with the company hosting my site is a hassle. Yep. Beware, this company is just corrupt, and after monetization from your videos on YouTube, luckily it wasn't monetizing anything when they removed one of my videos with a lot of views. So jokes on them. So alright, no, I get it. And that's where they get the money, because they didn't get the monetization revenue that you would have got for that video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Makes sense now. Well, joke's on you. I don't make money off my shit.
I know.
I do it for fun.
Even though I qualify for the retro to do so, I haven't actually put in the actual paperwork to make it happen.
No, I know. I know you have. We got Jico. Well, no, that was Jico. Okay. Azra. These people messed up. The only problem on my channel that got people's attention, that was live streams. Congrats. You might have taken it down to future's greatest anime discusser on YouTube of all time. High hopes, and I'm sorry it happened to you. Well, hopefully not.
Sparky, you're the greatest. You're the greatest, aren't you?
No,
talking about you. No.
I'm just some Joe Smo in his second bedroom with a green screen behind me, just talking shit.
Do you talk shit? I don't know.
No, if you talk shit.
I don't know how to say that.
You talk about shit, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Idiots aren't closing Dragon Ball right away. A lot of people want to see it, but you're closing everything. Do not be stupid. Okay. Some context.
Dragon. Catch the dragon. I have the big balls.
And this is from Aiden. Germany and Japan are even close to each other. They want to monopolize. They want a monopoly of some sort.
No.
Here's the thing: they got to catch up somehow, and by stripping the power of us, that's how they do it. I mean, honestly, the average person is ahead of the cable companies and the major industries in this shit right now. The only way they can catch up is by cheating, essentially, and YouTube's just letting them do it. And that's why YouTube is dying, and Google's trying to sell it right now.
Google's been trying to sell YouTube for a while.
The problem is not even the companies know it's their the way YouTube's set up. It's unprofitable, and
no, unprofitable. I mean, really, shocker.
If they just set up their own, they're fine that way. Mm-hmm. I mean, hell, YouTube Google could close up YouTube tomorrow and make a profit from just doing it.
Anyways,
the only losers would be us.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for fighting on this. This puts a smile on my face.
Yeah, I'm still looking. Even I stopped looking for a little while there, but like, there's still more.
I think we
Um,
got the gist of it. I'm hoping I'm going to share this video around. I'm gonna see if I can't get this
Eh.
video to be shared around a little bit more and see what happens. But yeah, uh, this is one of those times where I think spotlight is a good term that needs to happen. Yeah, talking about it may not change anything. It may not stop it from happening again. But spotlighting it will, gain the eyes of, okay, this is something that's going on that, maybe if it gets enough attention, it could. I'm probably not the channel for that, but I do want to put my part out there, so.
At the end of the day, guys, this company's not gonna go away. It doesn't like being threatened. It obviously uh, needs whatever coffers that you have, and realistically, it's not a lot of money when you look at it from the YouTube side of it.
Yeah,
So,
even if my channel was monetized, 44 views equals what? Not even 4 cents.
about a cent if you're lucky.
Hope you choke on it.
But at the end of the day, you eventually got blocked by Tracy Brown because of the factor that you
stood
threatened
up for it.
litigation.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is call their bluff. Do exactly what you did, Sparky, which is get legals involved and go from there. They eventually will go away. Problem is for you guys on the other end, the receiving end, because you have the YouTube strike. You could try to bring it to YouTube's attention, but they pretty much ultimately will do nothing. Unfortunately, sucks to be a content creator on YouTube. Make sure that you have other sources for your
Renew
work.
and back.
Odyssey is a really good
bothering
place.
me is that like the one thing that's bothering me is that they like I found reports where like basically they claim to be authorized to act on behalf of the copyright holders.
Yeah.
They're literally claiming to be authorized.
Yeah.
When like, clearly like they're not, because they're not willing to share that they are in actual communications with the end user.
Correct, I know, and that's basically why I pointed it out when it was first brought to my attention via Sparky when he had his first copyright strike, and we had this conversation, and I pointed him to the fact on their beautiful little website that their end user is zero, none litigation against the end user.
I know.
So
I want to.
This-
So at the end of the day, this was for me just to vent. Okay, I need.
No, I get it. I get it. But I am putting this towards anybody who's paying attention or will pay attention based off of this, or maybe is another YouTube scrub trying to become really big. Have other sources. Realistically, at the end of the day, have other sources. YouTube is the it's a weird little market, though it's one of the most popular markets currently if you want to make revenue. But if you want to keep your content alive and well, have other other locations to put it up on. And who knows? You might actually make money, because I know Odyssey's doing payouts now. So there's that.
Yep.
Also, I've been streaming again. So.
Oh, you
Where?
have?
Yeah, I streamed last night.
Where?
YouTube and Twitch.
Oh.
I did.
I was wondering why the live thing was up. I was like, why has GemX got a live thing? He doesn't do anything.
I decided to stream and have fun last night.
What did you play?
I played Breath Edge.
Breath Edge?
Breath Edge, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good comedy game.
It is. It's fun. I'm playing the storyline right now, so yeah.
Yeah, it's got the same kind of it's a morbid kind of sense of humor.
It's got the gameplay.
Psychonauts?
No. You play as a guy who's in space, and he's been hit by an asteroid or whatnot, because he's supposed to be in deep space, and so now he's got to
Survive.
gather materials and shit in order to fix his ship. A
It's
limited
the
amount of oxygen.
space version of
It's like
Subnautica.
Subnautica, except
It's like Stanley Parables, but in space.
Yes.
Oh.
And Subnautica. It's a combination of the two, I would have to say, if anything. But yes, it is.
Does the narrator get all sassy?
The narrator is your in-helmet computer that tells you you're going to die.
Pretty much.
Essentially, yeah. You're going to die, but I need your help, so we'll try. Type deal. It's a good story, actually. It's actually really good.
It gets to a point where you don't know what is reality or what is actual fiction in some cases.
Because your sanity.
You're going off the wall, yes. So yeah, it's a good game. I played a bit of it. I actually quite enjoyed it.
It is not bad. I actually enjoy some